Okay. Nice job. Nice job. So, what next? Yeah, so last time I kind of got a nice light background. So I was working on the drawer and also like these buttons. Um, hmm, which one takes priority? All right, let me just see what my last commands were. Bunch of git stuff. Game.ts. Okay, so the last thing I did was this line 22, drawer.draw. Okay, um, alright. So what should we do first? I'm not sure, like, there's like two, like, kind of things which are on my mind. One is given a game state, like all these cells. What I want to do is I want to actually render them. Wait, why does this look square? Width 7. Okay. Alright. So then, like, given a game state, like a bunch of, like, a 2D grid of all the coins, all the cells, I want to draw it. Like, one will be put in one color, one will be put in two color. Actually, let's just define the colors right now, maybe. Or, like, kind of here. So, like, red and blue. Is there, like, a custom, like, in chess, white goes first? Is there a custom of who goes first in Connect 4? Connect 4, blue, go, start. Which red or blue? Which color goes first? Red player number one plays first. Decide who goes first. Picks a color. Okay, red. And I'm just gonna say that red's gonna go first. Just for this toy example, red will go first. I have set that in stone. Let's actually like kind of do it. Go first and go second. Let's actually add some styling to it. Like how do you do that? Inspect button. Uh, button colors. Okay, background color. I see. Background. Recognize button. Background color. Red. You know, cause like player one, right? That one. Background color. Blue. And what? Uh, how's this white? Yeah, white's a good idea. Okay, color white. Cause like this black looks atrocious. I must admit. Color white. Color white. Perfect. All right. That looks quite nice. Let's actually just let me just let's copy that. Make sure I don't have any changes. Game.html. Let's open both of them. So then go first button. That's the ID of it. Move buttons. Can I just like do it from there? Wait. Sorry, what is move buttons? Oh, no, that's here. No, I don't care about that. I do not care about that. Okay, let's kind of go back here, paste it there. Mm. Blue. This is go second button. Let's make that change. let's write that. Okay, now I want to make the color the same thing, right? Like, can I I think that was it, right? Color what? This. So, comma. Okay, so the comma separator. Okay, perfect. So then go first button, or I can just do button. Let's just be a very okay, that looks much better. Let's kind of see this in progress. Duplicate tab. Refresh. First. Okay, that looks good. That I'm pleased with that. Status. Let's add that. Good. Okay, so now what? Um. Okay, let's add some grid lines, right? We should add some grid lines. Okay, CSS lines. 1, 2. Yeah, show me some examples. Nice. Okay, well, let's do that. Right, so the stream was for drawer anyway, was it? Never mind. What did I call stream title? I don't know. Anyways, let's just do the drawer stuff. Okay, so then we filled the background. That's good. Draw grid lines. Okay, let's do that. Dot context dot what? What am I supposed to do? Context dot begin path. Start a new path. Okay, let's do that. Okay, no, I need a loop. Sorry, let's look at the bigger picture. So we need one line here, here. So there's 7 buttons, right? That means there's 6 spaces in between. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? But then we should add the endings too for lines. So that is a total of 9. So in general, the number of columns plus 2. That's how we're generalizing this, right? So then, sorry, let's just delete that. For int I equals 0, or for, I think let, this is not Java, let I equals 0, I is less than, I think it's game state dot num calls. I'm not sure, let's actually open up game state dot ts. Yes, num calls. I is less than, no, wait, hang on. I equals 0, right? So then if there were just like 2 columns, 1, 2, then 0, 1, 2. So it is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's the number of columns plus 1. Basically, we just instead of less than, we kind of allow that, right? Okay, that looks good. I plus plus. Actually, you know what? Well, let's just actually kind of make this more generic. I mean, yes, it is connect 4, it's hard coded, but let's just I don't know. I just like to do this kind of stuff. Scale factor, kind of like grid size in BumperCoins. Number equals 100 for 100 px. Then what we can do is we can make things more generic, like more abstract, by kind of doing that looks a bit more. That looks nice and just nice, and everything relies on the single source of truth game state. Well, technically the canvas itself is hard coded, but oh well. I mean, who cares? The point is, I want to use the scale factor to draw the grid. That's where I'm actually that's the whole point of this, right? So then like we have to draw a line, right? So the question is like, get that out of here. So then like there's like a move to and a line to. So like that's like A and B. If you're taking a line from like A to B, then we have to move to A and then line to B and then stroke. Okay. So then like what is start and end? Like that's the move to. So let start line or line start or just start line start number equal to what? Wait, no, it's like an array of numbers, or what do you call it? A tuple? Like, so like the coordinates, line start chords equals to what? So then we start at the what 10, 30, 50. What does that mean? That's 30. That's 50. Okay, that seems really dumb to me. I'm so used to rows first. Okay, so then it seems like in this language everything is kind of inverted from how I'd expect it. Okay, I guess X's and Y's, and they're going X first. I mean, that's somewhat reasonable. Actually, let's just forget this whole like coordinate business and just kind of let's just like directly let's just like get to it, right? The context dot begin path, begin path. And at the end, we're going to do a stroke. What about like the? So right now it's really thin. I'm sure there's ways to like thicken it. Okay, perfect. Context dot line width. What should line width be? Equals to 5. Let's just set it to 5. See how that turns out. Well, should we have an even number? Well, 5 is an honorary even number. I mean, everything is like 700 by 600, so everything's like in multiples of 10 anyway, so 5 kind of divides into that. I don't know, let's just see how it goes. So context.line width, sure, why not? Begin path. Okay. So we're beginning the path, and then context.move to and line to. Context.move to. Context.move to x comma y. So what are we moving to? Obviously, so then the x and y, right? So we know the y is going to be 0 because like we're going to start like somewhere like let's just say I equals 1, right? So like that iteration, the second iteration. Then we start at what? Like 0 just I times like the 100, the scale factor, right? So then that would just be a scale factor. Wait, no, this dot scale factor. This dot scale factor. And like the idea is like if we were to resize this game, like the window, then we could have some like resizing logic that adjusts our scale factor to fit the screen. But for now, I don't care about that. I really don't. So then this dot scale factor times I, right? And then that seems good. And then no, I think it's called stroke. Something it wasn't called yeah, line 2, not stroke 2, line 2. So then line 2. So the x would be the same, obviously, because like this x would be the same, but now y becomes whatever this thing does, right? This dot height, like that. and that's it. How do you change the color? Maybe I want some coloring. Uh, um, um, um. Yeah, stroke. Um, Context, fill style, and stroke style. Okay, stroke style. And what should we do? Let's make it brown. Or what does it do here? Picture. Yeah, like wood, like brown. Okay, brown. Is it Alice Brown? Brown. Okay, let's see how that looks like. I'm curious. What's the run script again? Run.sh. Of course I forgot that. Did this. Funny enough, like I remembered the this when I was doing something else, I feel. Yeah, this dot scale factor, like these I remembered, but I just happened to forget it up there. Okay, that looks good. Yep, let's try running it. Nice. It ran. Okay, let's refresh this. Go first. Nice. We got. Oh, okay. So there is this one annoyance right here, where it kind of got a bit cut off at the very end. Oh well, that's fine. I'll just deal with that. Let's add this. Good work so far. Let's do the same thing except like verticals. So now what we're gonna do is the horizontal ones. So same thing except num calls will become num rows. Just copy this whole thing right here. Could have copied everything. Okay, so line, path. The only difference is these two numbers right here, right? So where do we move to now? Well, where do we move to? Um, so now, like first, like we were pinning the 0 in the height, right? But now we're gonna pin like 0 and the width. So then 0 in height, but now 0 in width. And then 0 would come first, right? Because it's the x. Something like that. This dot scale factor, so we move to x is 0 and then y is, yeah, like whatever we did there, if you go like 0, 100, 200, we go 0, 100, 200. Same exact code, but flip-flopped, but transposed. Okay, yeah, let's do that then. Take all this. Let's paste it here. Paste it here. Take that, delete that. Okay, that looks good, right? Start with. Okay. Yeah, it seems good. Let's try running it. Okay, good. Great, great, great. That looks decent. But this thing annoys me. I remember I added a border, right? Once I added a border to that. Let's try it again. Border 5px solid brown. Like that. Nice. Or should I make it 2.5 to like match to like kind of to match what happened there, right? Wait, how do I bring it back? Get rid of this stuff. 2.5 px. Okay, yes, that looks good. I don't know why I'm spending so much time on this, but I mean, whatever. .css, canvas. Its ID was canvas. Technically, there's only one canvas, but whatever. Let's do it by ID. I keep making that same typo. Canvas, canvas, and then just like that. Okay, sounds good. So, okay. Status, get add all. Status, get commit, add lines, red lines to drawer, status, push. Just pushed it so I can feel accomplished, like I did something. Okay, so then now what's remaining is to actually draw the cells, right? To draw the actual chips, circles. But the thing is, to do that, I first need to actually have a game state windows populated. So now's a good time to actually wire these buttons to actually drop the chips and have the boss drop chips too. Oh wait, no, I have some soup too. Wait, let me just first eat this. It might be getting cold. Right. Anyways, back to the stuff. Okay, now let's open up our HTML file and delete those buttons because they kind of did their job. Okay, game.ts. I'll open game.html as well. Right, so then right. So what is so right now I have a boolean called I am player one, right, which is true, but then when they click they get to choose which one. So then what does the game actually need? The game state needs to know whose turn it is. So game state is player one's turn. Okay. Um so we need to so then we need to in this move buttons div, we need to add the button child. Okay. Child dynamically JavaScript. Oh, looks annoying. Oh no, jQuery. Nope, don't want to touch that with a n feet pole. -2. Sounds good. No, I don't want to see that. Okay, maybe some more general question. HTML dynamically add child element. Perfect. That looks good. Right. 7 buttons for player for human player to what drop drop. These buttons should be disabled when it's not there, when it's the bot's turn. Maybe also disable if column is full. And bind each button to add chip to that column. So we have to dynamically populate these buttons, and we need to like wire them to like the on-click stuff, right? Just like we did in the go first button, go second button here on click. Okay, so the first thing we need is a reference to like node.penchot, so the parent node. Okay, so let's call that. Well, let's first get its ID. Move buttons. Okay. Something like this. Let move buttons node HTML element equals document get element by ID. This one. That looks good. Move buttons node. Alright. Now for int for let I equals 0, I is less than the game state.num calls I plus plus. We need to do to generate 7 buttons. Okay, so then context text no, it's a document create button node. Document. Oh wait, what? Create button. Document create button node maybe. Button. Script dynamically create a button element. No, he's creating element input. Okay, just do document.create element input like that. But change that to button maybe. Create button. HTML button node, TypeScript maybe, button, TypeScript type. Additional button element maybe. Okay. Okay, so then let button node element equals to this stuff right here, right? And cast it because we have to cast it, right? Like that. The button node as this. And then what we can do actually is kind of do an on click, right? Button node dot on click equals to function. Well, for now, let's forget about this. Let's just forget about it. Let's just actually like add the button. I just want to see visually those 7 buttons pop up. Because on click might be a bit more intensive anyways. Let's just firstly kind of get these buttons to show up, right? So then where was I? What was I doing? So we create the element. Foo.append child element. Perfect. That's what I need to see. So we append what we're appending is this button node. Parent button node is this buttons node. Okay, let's test this out. Let's run the script. Let's refresh this. Okay, so we should probably give it some text, right? What are the label? HTML button JavaScript create HTML button element. Again, I feel like I've been searching JavaScript. That's what I'm looking for. Finally, someone gave me what I wanted. .text content. Oops. Equals, and what should we call it? What should like what move or like place? Click to place. No, that's too long. Just place. Maybe just like column, like the word column and a number. Column 1, column 2, column 3. Yeah, sounds good. Column plus I, but then since 0 indexing, like that. Yep, that looks decent. Let's try it out. Compile it, run it. Column 1, column 3, column 4, 6, column 7. Okay, that looks really good. Yep. Let's get at everything. Status. Very nice. Okay, now what actually happens? Okay, so then now now that we have all our column, like our buttons, we need to it's like kind of like this kind of FSM, like finite state machine type idea. Like, well, the state is inside game state, right? Game state knows whose turn it is. So these buttons have to be disabled if it's not your turn, if it's not the human's turn. But then after the bot's turn, has to toggle everything and like retoggle everything. So let's think. I mean, I don't need like a very elegant solution. I mean, this is a pretty simple thing. I could just like have some spaghetti code that does it for me. But like in my bumper coins, I have this class called Action State Manager, which kind of has like the whole FSM graph, like the state transitions, which are handled. In fact, I can like give a brief glimpse of that. Front end client action state manager. Like right here, we have like an action state, and then like there's like a manager that manages everything, like handle down current action state, and like there's like main different like different types. There's an initiating action state, an intermediate action state. So like there's a whole like kind of inheritance like object oriented programming hierarchy, like default initiating acting state. All these action states like they have like two main things: handle down and handle move. So like when you're initiating, like you kind of like click the coin, and then you become intermediate. And then kind of the inverse happens here. Like these two return type swap. Like when you're intermediate, like you're kind of clicking the coin, you're dragging it, and once you move up, then you kind of like, once you kind of move up, right here, handle up, then you're back to initiating. And like, depending on like the thing selected, like coin selected, then you have like coin press intermediate action state. And then you could have like wind movement intermediate action state. Like whether you're clicking coin, clicking move, like, everything is kind of like neatly like kind of tied. Like, point is like there's like a bit of like a state machine, like that this class basically implements action state manager. But right now, all the code in our Connect 4 is just kind of encoded in our gamestate.ts file. That is like is P1 term. Like that's our main state variable. And the state transitions, they don't need their own classes. I can just like hard code them in. Okay, so if they like click player 1, then all these buttons should be enabled. But if they click player 2, then all these buttons should be disabled, right? Okay, that is nice to know. Wait, is there like a, what was that thing called? Text content? Search that. Text content. There is no text content? Well, dot disabled. Exactly. Disabled equals true. Okay. So, let's just write that there. If, initially set, the disabled state. So then, if, I am player 1, we're fine. So if we're not player 1, like we're player 2, then the button should be disabled, right? I was just talking about that. So then button node dot is not disabled equals to true. Okay, that looks good. Let's test it out. Wait, no, compile it. All right, let's test it out. Players 2, wait, they're not disabled. What happens if I do disabled equals this? JavaScript disable button equals true. Did I not do that? Button node dot disabled equals true. If I'm not player 1. What? Let's refresh. 1. So breakpoint here. I am player 1. Oh, it's always true. I see. Because we're dynamically creating it. Like we're creating it like at the very onset to start. So now, like this whole thing, right? Start. Let's Yes, this has to be called inside start. Let's just call this let create buttons, create human input buttons equals to a function. Stuff here. Let's do that. Delete that. Paste it. Let's first create everything. Right. Okay, now let's try this. Compile it. Huh. 19 function. Good. Let's remove our breakpoint. Oh, it's already removed. Okay, go second. They're all disabled and not clickable. Perfect. And then let's refresh. Go first. And they're clickable. Okay, great. So that's good. Now, when we click it, status, let's just add everything, get diff, let's see what we changed. Yeah, we just kind of extracted it into a function. All. Okay. So then now when we actually click these things, what should happen is if it's enabled, so if the button is enabled, then like let's just pretend that like that no one's like they're not actually like manually changing the disable status or inspect element. Actually no, they very well could be, so we should like I want to do this right. So then when we click the button, if it is our turn, like if it's not our turn, then we just do nothing. We can like kind of say like we could do that like this incident has been reported, like this sudo or file thingy. Okay, so now it's time to actually finish the to-do statement right here, right? So on click, right? So if game state dot what was that thing called? Game state dot ts, right? So then if game state dot is p1 turn, so if the game state line 33, the game state dot is p1 turn, I think equals, right? Equals I am p1, then only we let it happen. So if this does not equal that, then console.log this this shouldn't happen, something like that, right? What did I say last time? Should this never what whatever this should you shouldn't see this, something like that, right? Yes, cons should not see this message. Exactly, that's what I was looking for. Okay, 33GG, console.log should not see this message. Button should be disabled. To be should and not clickable. Let's see the context of this message. So we're applying the movements outside. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So if the game state that is player one turn is not equal to IMP1, So like initially, so like let's say that is P1, like there's only like four possible entries in the truth table, like true, false, true, true, false, true, false, false. So let's say that these are both true, right? If it is player one's turn and I am player one, then true is not equal to true. This whole thing is a false statement. So then we can proceed, right? So like if it is player one's turn, I am player one, then this whole thing will be false, and that's good. But if it is player one's turn, but I am player two, so like this thing is false. That is like this does not equal to this. Basically, this is an XOR operation, like mutually exclusive, like 0 XOR 1. I think that's another way of expressing this. So if it is player one's turn, but I am player two, right? Then this is true. The left-hand side is true. The right-hand side is false because I'm not player one. I'm player two, and true does not equal false. So then we print this error and let's just exit return. So let's just throw the exception too for good measure. Throw a new error, right? What? Throw a new error. Oh wait, no. Okay, that sounds good. Yep, it's the exact same message. Okay, so then we kind of throw the error. And then I guess the exact same thing would be true the other way. So like if this is, again, if this is true, and then I'm player one is false, that means that like the human is player two, it's player one's turn. So that's bad. And then if this were false, so now false, false. Again, I'm pretty sure like by like testing one of these values, like I think like I've already convinced myself that this expression works. I mean that this test works. But just to be safe, it's only two more entries. So if player one's turn is false, right? And if I am player one is also false because the human is player two, and they click, the click goes through. So like we're on this click, that means the click went through. Human is player two is player two's turn, then false not equals false. That statement is false. So that's great. It's not player one's turn because that's false, and I'm not player one, so I can proceed. Perfect. We don't enter this statement. But then if this is true, that means we are player one, the human's player one, but then it is not player one's turn, then that's kind of wrong. Like their click should not have gone through. So like we'll enter this statement because false does not equal true. Okay, yeah, perfect. So this equality, this really nice like thing right here, like that should kind of yeah, that should check it. So now that we've done this, the actual fun part comes. We're going to use the game logic we did yesterday, um, which is apply move, right? Then we apply the actual move. So then game state. So like now that we're here, like now that we've not like the if thing did not catch us, that means it is our turn, the human's turn to play. Then game state dot apply move, and then how is the function again? I have to use the restroom. Okay, so where was I? Apply move, right? So apply move takes in a move. Let me just see what the move format is. If that's TS, 2N, move. Just copy this thing right here. So then let move equal to new move. What is for player one? Just I am player one, right? Because like the move takes it is for player one. So let's say that I am player one, and that's true. And if I'm not player one, you pass in false. It's not for player one, and we know it's our turn because of this check. So then the column index is simply I, is it not? I. Okay. Wait, what am I doing? Write it here. I actually forgot that. I can just actually like delete that. Yes, that looks good. Perfect. And then once we create it, let's have a function here called transition to bot. Let transition to bot turn. I'm getting a call. Hang on. Hello.
You free?
I'm doing some Connect 4 stuff right now, but that should be
Oh,
wrapped up soon.
oh, okay, sounds good.
But what do you have in mind?
Let's just go for a walk
Let me
or
check.
dinner.
Let's. Oh no, I cannot get dinner. I had food outside, but I'm
Oh,
down.
okay.
I'm down for a walk.
Okay, sounds good.
Think you could just come to my neighborhood?
Oh, I was just there.
Well, you were just there.
Yeah, I was just there. Now I'm back home. My
Um.
mom and I went to Ranch 99.
Okay. Okay. So right now it's 4:04. Nice time. Let me just finish this stuff and then. Uh. Okay. So then, if I go to your place, then we're gonna do the lake to MSJ. Any objections?
No objections. I mean, it doesn't sound like you could do Sabercat anyways because it's close, like, to Sunspeak.
Yes. Oh yeah. Obviously not. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
might as well just do like the MSJ unless you have anything else in mind. We
Or
could.
I will just call you when I'm Well, actually, no, let me see. It's 4:04 right now.
Uh-huh.
Let's just do 450.
450. Okay, sounds good.
Yep, 450. That's where I'll be at your house at 450.
Okay,
All
sounds
right,
good.
bye. Okay, sorry about that. So I have some commitment I have to make. That means that like in the next few minutes I will be okay, I have to get there at 450, so I'll leave at like 4:30. Okay, so I have like 25 more minutes. Okay, yeah, so I'll just make this quick. So transition to bot turn. So like once we finish our apply move, we're going to call this function transition to bot turn. Uh, right. Transition to bot turn. So then once you apply the move transition to bot turn, so then what do we do here? Uh, First, let's disable all our buttons. All our buttons. Oh, maybe I should actually like take this move buttons and like extract it out here, right? Let's just extract that out there. Then take all move button children's JavaScript dynamically iterate over child elements. Okay, dot children. Wait, what? Alright, paste it. So then let child buttons equal to move buttons node 19 children. HTML button element equal to child button if I has that looks good. And then button dot disabled equals to true. And then let's query our bot. Again, this is just going to be like a console dot statement. Let's query our bot's neural network for a move. For now, we can just fill it in with a random move, and then let's do a draw call. Draw call. Okay, and here too. Actually, when we transition, after applying the move, we should just call draw again, just to render a move, to redraw the game state, and then transition to bot state, and then to do have bot provide a move, like we could just have a dummy move right now for our bot, right? We'll think about that later. Just okay, for now let's just have a filler move. Let move dummy bot move equal to a new move. It's not I am player one because the bot is whatever I'm not. And let's just do a JavaScript random number between 1 and 10. Between 1 and 10, I'll change it to 7. Between two numbers. So what is math.random? Greater than 0 and less than 1. So like between 0 and then 0 inclusive and 1 exclusive, times 6. That means the floor, like the lowest of this could be 0, and then the highest could be 5.999, like just under 6. So when you add 1, then the floor is 1, and the highest is 6.99999, we truncate. Okay, so then now what we want to do is we don't want the plus 1. We just want it to be 7, to be 0 and 6. So map that. So exactly, just this. All right, just that. That for specifically game state.num calls. At this point, I could probably hardcode 7, but whatever. Just leave it generic general. Okay, so then that closes that one. So let's add another parentheses, and then let's just do this exact same thing. Game state.apply move. Just have it do anything random. Game state.apply. Yes, I know that it'll throw an error if the comms all filled up. That's completely fine. Apply move to this dummy bot move. Paste. Okay, so then game state.apply the move, and then we and then what? We could like have an animation. We could like set a timeout or something. We could set a timeout maybe. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just like take some time to like pretend like it's thinking. Let's make this an async function. Async. Wait, no. Function equals to an async function, and then JavaScript async set timeout wait. Okay, await. Inside some function. Maybe just forget the set timeout idea. I don't want to copy this code directly. So basically, I have a function that returns a promise, and then you await that function. Okay, forget it. Let's just pretend. Actually, no, I don't want to copy something without really understanding what it's doing. I really don't. Well, I'm in a time constraint, so I'm just going to forget about this for now. Let's just forget the timeout thing. And then what? So after we apply the move, then we need to like yeah, transition to like, let's copy that. Shift G. Let transition to human turn. To human turn. Let's have that be something, and then let's just do let's make that async too. Then draw. Then let's transition to human turn. Back to human turn, and then human turn just enables all the buttons. So it's gonna do that again. Copy that there, here, here. Oops. Right. That was very dumb of me. Just like right here, right? And now we enable the buttons. Disable equals to true. Oh, we have to also toggle like the game state itself. Yeah, we can do it in the game state, right? Can we not like apply move? Apply move. So after we do this, right? Then this dot is player one is P1 turn. This dot is P1 turn equals to, and then toggle it, right? Something like that. And we should also check this turn too. Like we should also like check like if the move dot, what do you call that? Move dot is for P1. If move dot for P1 is not equal to this dot P1 turn, that means that like it's an illegal move. Let's do something like this. Let error message equal to move for wrong for player whose turn isn't player it is not this player's turn yet. And I could like specify like the actual value if move to is for player one, forget that. So let's say is for player one is true, right? So that means it's move for player one, and is dot player one is false, so it's for player two. These are mismatch, and this error will be reached. And if it's for player one, is for player one turn, that's great. So that's a nice check right there. And after we do the move, then we toggle the game state, and that should take care of hopefully everything. In transition to human turn, we just enable all the buttons again, and then I think that works. Okay, and then finally in drawer.draw, let's actually go to drawer.draw. I don't have time to do that, but for now, let's just, yeah, what time is it? Yeah, it's like 10 minutes. I have to leave quite soon. Drawer.ts. Instead of like draw, let's just do like console.log the game state. Console, so like in the print statements, I can just like kind of see the, I can just kind of inspect, like open up my, whatever that console is, and then just like kind of look at the game state change. So like, yeah, okay, let's try that. Oh, please don't be errors. Of course there's errors. Yeah, this dot game state, got it. 44 GG. This, what's the next error? We, game state.ts 102 GG. Okay, like that. Okay, it worked. Okay, let's clear that there. Go first. Console. Okay, I just drew everything. Right now they're all empty. Now let's add it in column 2. Button should be disabled and not clickable. Go second. And I have to go first. So if I go second, then that means I have to let the bot move first. Okay, got it. Go first. Okay, column 2. Game state, sure. Is player 1 is undefined. I'm player 1 is true, but then is player 1 turns undefined. Why is that? Game state.ts. By default, let's make it true. This dot is p1 turn equals true, because it'll always be true, okay? That sounds good. I already ran it. Okay, now let's unset this and let's go first. Console. We see all our cells. Everything should be empty. Let's look at the bottom row. Everything is indeed empty. Now let's add a move here. Now let's look at the very bottom row. Oh wait, so this one here, right, is where I added it to the bottom row till I get 0, 1. So then 0 means vacant, it's the enum, and then 1 means that, like, yeah, if you look at like tail game state, right, .ts, then 0 means it's on, wait, no, less game state.ts, right, shift G, okay, so then cell 0 vacant, 1 me, 2 bot. That means like I moved here, so I chose this column and the bot randomly chose that column. It's my turn again. Okay, column 4. Okay, a lot of stuff happened. What's the status now? So I'm here, here. The bot is here and here. So I put here. I put like let me just redo this. Go first. Initially, everything the bottom row is just all empty. I'll move first in the center. So I moved here, and I guess the bot moved here. Okay, I'll put 1 on top of the bot. And then the bot moves too. So I moved here, bot moves here, I moved here, bot moves somewhere unknown, right? So let's see. Here, so I moved here, right there. Bot moved next to me, right there. And the bot just now moved here. Like, I moved here, bot moved there, I moved here, bot moved there. So this, and this we can see. The question is, do we see that? Let's find out. 0, 1, 2, 3, correct. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I moved here, bot moved here, I moved here, bot moved here. So we have 1, 2, 1 in the last one. I mean 1, 2, 2, sorry. 1, 2, 2. Me, bot, bot. And then me on top. Me. Okay, that's good. So now like this is pretty much good. Now the main issues are like when we click go second, we have to kind of like initially like let the bot like have dibs and like make the move and like do the transition. So that's one issue. But like if we go first, then like we can play against the bot. It seems smooth. So we have to fix that. And then second, now that we have like the actual game states, the drawer should actually draw them all. And those two are like the next things that I should work on. So for now, I have to actually head out. So I will. Yep, that's all for now. Yep, I think that's a good job. Actually, no. First, let me obviously like uh, commit. I mean, push this to GitHub. Git status. Git at all. Git commit in progress. In progress. Work on drawer and game flow and game flow status, git push. Okay, let me just make sure that we see everything here in the commits. In progress, work on drawing game flow. Game flow isn't like my turn, your turn, like just the whole flow of the game. Okay, that's all for now. Yeah, that's it.